Hey guys, this is your girl Miss J back with another video. Checking in with you guys once again. I'm out and about today, guys. You see me driving today. Haven't drove in a while with a vlog. So yeah, just checking in with you guys. Guess what, guys? You know the word, the sun is shining. Isn't that a blessed day? Another day of the sun is shining here in the city. I just wanted to come back to you guys today and talk about on my last vlog. Remember when I said that sometimes you hate turning on the television? You see so many horrible things that are going on in the world. Well, guess what? Another horrible thing that I saw on the news. Here in the city, another young child lost their lives. And you know why? Because of someone they thought that they could trust, that cared about them. A little 2-year-old was abused by a parent and a boyfriend. And this is what I talk about when I hate to turn on the television and see what's going on in the world, and you hear so many horrible things and see so many horrible things that's going on in the world. You know, the boyfriend and the mother have been abusing the baby. And DCFS had been out there to check on the child, and they had been under DCFS for quite a few years. And that small young child lost his life because of a mother and a boyfriend. A mother and a boyfriend, guys. Someone that's supposed to love you, want to protect you from harm and danger, but instead brought harm inside the household. Who took that child's life. The other sibling had bruises also. The mother had research on how to hide bruises. Bruises on your children. And some people say, well, I have no sympathy for these people. And I kind of felt that way at first. But we have to forgive people for the stupid things that they do. And like I say, you know, I hate turning on the television and hearing bad news about anything that's going on in the world. And when I heard that, I couldn't do nothing but shake my head and put my hands up to God. Because I just don't understand it. How can you have someone in your household? How can you have yourself in your own household and abuse your children like that? Especially a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old that couldn't fight back against an adult or someone my size or your size. You know, they couldn't fight back. What was so horrible, so terrible that child did, that you feel that you had to abuse that child, that you took that child's life, that you had to try to run next door to get help, for someone to help you for something that you contribute to? You contribute to this, you and the boyfriend. You know, the news says that the father had been complaining about and had reported it, you know, and DCFS came out and checked the child, you know, and you knew that this child had been abused. You could look at that child and tell that the child had bruises and marks on them that shouldn't be there. But instead, you wrote in your little pad and you walked out that door and you left that child in a household that was abusive. Let me tell you something. God doesn't like ugly. And like I said, we live in a world that's full of hate. We don't live in a world now that's full of love and caring about people and our children. We rather take our children and our loved ones from this world. You took that child away from here. That one being, that child that might could have did something great in this world. Something great. Something that that person could have solved some of the problems that is going on in this world today. But instead, you abused that child. A little 2-year-old. I just talked about this not too long ago where a same situation was similar, where a young man killed the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend that lived in Milwaukee, and ran off with the child. And they found him, and they found the child a few days later, as they say, maybe was wrapped in a blanket somewhere on the side of a road. But this is what I'm talking about. We have to love our children. If you feel that you've gotten to the point that you've had a bad day and you can't take it any longer, don't take it out on your children. This is a small child that has no way of fighting back on an adult. But you chose to take that child's life. Now your life is over with. You go into jail probably for the rest of your life. Not once have you asked God, please forgive me for what I have done. But you chose to abuse that child. And I just don't understand it. You know, and I just want to come back and chat with you guys a little bit and let you know what's going on with me. Okay. Yeah, let you guys know what was going on with me today and how I was feeling. You know, you wake up to a beautiful day and, you know, you hear stuff like this on the news each and every day of what's going on. And yes, so this person is looking me directly in the face like she know me. I don't recognize her. So anyway, yeah, guys, just wanted to come back and talk with you guys. You know, I just, you know, I felt, you know, so hurt when I heard that. A young child. Not just that child, any child that's being abused. You know, you don't want to hear stuff like this. Like I said, when my children were growing up and, you know, I only have 2 kids. When they were growing up, you can count on the finger of the people's house that they went over. My sister-in-law, who I love like a sister, her children, their children, you know, we didn't let our children, you know, go over to people's house and spend the night, which, you know, I have nothing wrong with a child maybe going over to a grandmother or a relative you might can trust, you know, to spend time and spend the night. But to leave your children with someone that you don't feel that they're going to be safe. You know, you get these ladies out here, and not just lady and men, you get these boyfriends who want to sit at home and babysit your children, and they're abusing your children. And it's wrong, you know, that we have to get on this and say something about it. It's wrong that we have to hear it on the news that our children are being abused. A 2-year-old, what could have that child have done that was so terrible that you could abuse him? I mean, he had gashes in his face. You got marks on his body. He had been beaten. You know, you heard that the guy, from what the neighbor was saying, she heard someone screaming out, and the guy telling the lady to be quiet, shut up. He got this. You know, because now you're fearful. Excuse me, Lord. Mouse, you guys. Now she's panicking. You know, she's running next door for help. Where were you when you were abusing this child? Where were you when you were letting this boyfriend abuse this child? You guys did it together. Now you want to run for help because you figure, oh, wow, now, you know, I need help, you know, my child. You should always be there for your children, especially small children. You shouldn't have to go online and try to research on how to hide bruises on a child's body so nobody would know it. DCFS went out there and, you know, they did nothing to protect that child. for someone that's supposed to care for that child. And I just want to voice my opinion. My prayers go up to that child, his little sibling that was older than him, who had bruises also. My prayers are out to the family. Anyone who's going through something and you have small children, stop leaving your kids with these boyfriends. These boyfriends that you claim you care so much about, these boyfriends who sit at home and watch your children, they are not the fathers. And not just the boyfriends. You have some fathers who do the same thing, where you go out to work, and they're sitting there abusing your children, taking advantage of their body and not being right by them, and, treating them in the way that they should be treated, like little angels. You took a precious life from this world. I have children. I have grandchildren. I have nieces and nephews, small great nieces and nephews. And, and they can come to my house, and my nieces and my sister-in-law grandkids can bring their children to my house knowing that my grandchildren will be okay. They're not going to be hurt. They're going to be treated well. They're going to be spoiled rotten. You can ask my sister-in-law right today. She would say, Miss J, don't buy my kids this, don't buy my grandkids this. I look at her like, they my babies too. I see a lot of babies out here in the street, you see certain things, you want to say something, but you say, those are not your children, but they are our children. This world that we live in, we are a family, but we act like strangers in the streets. I'm not telling you to hang your children off to Tom, Dick, and Harry, Mary, Sue, and Jane. And me, you don't know me. But we have to try to look out for our children. Stop, ladies, leaving your children at home with these guys who's sitting at home, these fools that hang out on the street, these fools that tell you they love you, they want to be with you, they care for your children. And as soon as you walk out the door, your children are being abused. A 2-year-old child. I just want to check in with you guys, and tell you how beautiful the day is. The sun is shining. God has blessed us with this day, whether it's shining or whether there's a cloud in the sky. Please, guys, have a wonderful day. Love your children. Go home and tell them, hug them, let them know. Check on them each and every day, no matter where they might go in life. Care about someone besides yourself and the person that you're laying up with. The person that claims that they care about you when they don't. This is Miss J. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, that you don't care. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy this beautiful day. And I'll be back with you again on another video. Bye, guys.